Hey guys, it's Anne here, and this video is going to be a smorgasbord of things. It's a bit of a channel update. It's a little bit of, I guess, a life update. It's gonna be a bitch to edit, but I wanted to do a 6-month channel update because it's been 6 months since I started my channel. But I kind of want to chat about other things too, about my trusty little cat beside me as usual. So I do have a little list of topics, so I hope we don't get too far off topic. I mean, that's the beauty of editing. I can cut out whatever I want to cut out of this video if it doesn't make sense. Anyway, so 6 months. I started my channel in January. The first video that I did was my Lucky Bag subscription purchase, whatever you call it. And I had some pretty grandiose ideas in terms of how this was going to go and how awesome it was going to be. And I was really eager and excited. And I talked about in my first month video first update, I don't know if it was 1 month in or whatever it was, the timing, but it definitely is like an emotional roller coaster starting something like a YouTube channel. And I think that's something that I wasn't aware of or I wasn't counting on. I knew it would be difficult. It's really difficult for me to sit here in front of a camera and talk. I live in a condo building. There's people that walk by my condo all the time. I'm sure they can hear me. I feel very self-conscious posting videos. At the beginning of the year when I started the channel, I was definitely promoting and not promoting, but I was like, yeah, if you want to check it out. And now I'm kind of like, I don't know if I really want people to check it out, that people that I know anyway. Hi, buddy. And I'm struggling. I'll be honest, I'm struggling. I haven't been filming consistently. I haven't been posting consistently. I've been filming bits and pieces here and there, but I haven't finished anything. I struggle with the editing process. So I struggle with a couple of things. I struggle with audio. So one of the reasons why I'm doing this is I hate the sound of my voice. I know I have an annoying voice, and the louder I get, the more annoying it gets. I'm well aware of that, and I'm well aware that in certain circumstances, like if I'm out partying, my voice can get super annoying because if I'm trying to talk loudly in a noisy setting, my voice ends up going higher. Anyway, so I'm very self-conscious about my voice, so it makes doing this really, really difficult. And I'm trying to be conscious of my voice and not talk like a chipmunk and pronounce things and enunciate and do better on that. That's something I want to do better on. So I know I'm not great now, and hopefully over time that will get better. But I do find it difficult to edit because I find it difficult to A, listen to my voice, and B, I think I do have some challenges with editing out the background noise. It does strange things for anybody that's ever done sort of video editing. When you take out the background noise, it sort of distorts your voice sometimes. So my voice ends up sounding really tinny, so then I have to do extra work to try and figure that out. Sometimes it's not difficult at all, and other times the audio is just terrible, and I struggle to try and make it sound okay. And then also too, when you're doing videos, you don't want to get on camera and look like crap all the time. So I feel pressured to do my makeup perfectly, and I'll be editing videos and like, for example, my eyebrows. We already know my eyebrows are terrible and they're always wonky, and I hate editing the videos and like I'm looking at my eyebrows or I'm looking at my hair or I'm looking at something that's just driving me crazy. And I need to, obviously part of my channel is a beauty channel, so I do want to make sure that this looks okay, but it's okay to not be perfect either. I read something the other day about the journey, like doing something, it's not about perfection, it's about progression. So as long as I'm growing and continuing to learn and improve, then I think that's half the battle. The other half, and I've talked about this in the past, that, I mean, again, I don't care that I don't have a million subscribers. That's totally okay. And there's, I think, a part of me that doesn't ever want that. I don't want to be huge. Like, that scares me. But I do also like to see growth. and I haven't really seen growth at all. Like, my channel's pretty stagnant. It's my friends and family watching, and a couple other random people, I think, here and there. There's a couple of people that are like OGs that I see comment and like, and that makes me feel good. But obviously, part of it, there should be some sort of growth, and I haven't really had any growth. So that's kind of demotivating a little bit to have very little growth. I mean, part of me wanted to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to get to 100 subscribers, and when I do that, I'm going to do a 100 subscriber giveaway. Well, at the rate that I'm going, I'm probably not going to have 100 subscribers at all this year. So, but if I do get to that point, this is me confirming that I will do a 100-person, I hit 100 people giveaway, which I know sounds so stupid to some people. Anyway, I was watching a video from Samantha March, and she was talking about, you know, doing a YouTube channel and growth and things like that. And I actually found it really helpful. I think I needed to hear some of the things that she was saying. I do have ideas. I was on a good path in springtime. I had a schedule. I had all my video ideas listed out. And I want to say somewhere like late May, it just went sideways. And I haven't really gotten back into it yet. And I want to get back into it and get regular videos. I'm going to be honest though, that it is tricky. It's tricky to do quality videos and post regularly, especially with a full-time job. And I'm trying to film with natural lighting. Like, I prefer to film with natural lighting. I only have a ring light, so it's not the best lighting with just a ring light. I should have some soft boxes as well, but I don't want to pay for soft boxes, at least not yet. So it's better for me to film with natural lighting. This is his favorite spot, by the way, up behind me on the couch, and we sit and we watch TV together. That's our wintertime routine. One of the things that I did want to talk about is, I guess, buying and panning. Two sides of the same coin, buying things and using things up. One of the things that I still want to continue with my channel is to keep posting what I'm spending and how much I'm spending. I don't know if I'll ever continue, like, I'm not really focusing on low buy, but I guess it is. It's definitely low buy in terms of, I don't want to be excessive. I want to be conscious of what I'm buying. I think back to life before YouTube, before Instagram. You didn't have a bajillion blushes and a bajillion palettes. Like, you bought one or two things that you liked and you used them. That's why I think there's always sort of a joke that moms are good at panning, and that's why moms are good at panning, because you bought that one blush that you liked and you used it. Now, there's certain things, like, obviously I've identified this in myself, that I have like a lipstick problem, and that's been for a long time, because it's one of those things that I've obviously done to soothe myself. I've used buying makeup to make myself feel better. And again, I've always been conscious of it. It's always been things like $5 lipsticks, nothing super expensive, but it still gets out of hand, you know? 10 $5 lipsticks, that's $50 right there. Like, that's, and I can't use 10 $5 lipsticks in a year. Like, I've already proven it to myself that it takes a long time to go through makeup. So I still want to continue focusing on not being excessive with buying, but it also makes it really challenging with the YouTube channel, because honestly, the videos that do well are reviews. So I'm not gonna lie, at least for me, the videos that do well are reviews, and that's about buying new products and reviewing them. Or my collection videos, when I went through all the stuff that I have, those videos also did well for me. It's hard that the things that people want to see are almost counteractive to things that I want to promote. So I'm still struggling to figure out what to do about that, or how to address that, how to keep true to myself in terms of, don't be excessive with buying stuff that you don't need, yet provide content that people are looking for or wanting. Because I know I turn to YouTube for reviews. Like, if I want to buy something, I'll, put it in Google, and usually there'll be a couple of video hits and a couple website hits, and I'll check out both. So I get it. I get that's what it serves as a purpose for. But there's also other things. Like, I think we need to take stock of what we have, or learn new techniques, or share information about what we've used, particularly products that we've had for a while. If you've had something for a while, you've definitely formed a pretty solid opinion on it compared to a lot of reviews out there. It's like I literally just filmed a review on an eyeshadow palette, and I probably should review it again in 6 months' time and see if I feel the same way. It's the Violet Voss Flamingo eyeshadow palette. I've had it for a week. I mean, I'm really liking it. I'm going to use it, but who knows? Maybe in 6 months my opinion will change. So again, I struggle with what's the right thing to do or what's the right message to send. On the flip side of that is panning. So I've talked about this in Project Pan videos in the past that I've really struggled with panning. It's super frustrating once you realize how long things take to use up. I think I was aware of that before doing YouTube and before trying to do panning and understanding even what panning was all about. Because if you look at my bathroom, I have like, well, not now, but I had like 6 moisturizers half done. Like I have a problem finishing things, which sounds really stupid, but I think that's like a life. I think that's a bigger problem than makeup. And I do agree with the philosophy behind panning in terms of using what you have, going through a product from start to finish instead of buying a new one, if that makes sense. However, in saying that, I don't enjoy panning for the sake of panning. I feel like, or particularly things like eyeshadow palette panning, I feel like people get into this like, I want to use up this eyeshadow palette, you know, it's in my project pan, and it's something that they've only had for like 4 months. Like, I don't know. I mean, again, that's not my personality. I think there's some people like maybe that is their only palette that they bought and they want to, you know, hammer through it. Or again, if you have like 60 palettes, and there's some people that have like 60 palettes, I can understand, okay, let's focus on one for a little while and try and use it, but I can't pan just for the sake of panning and being like, look at my progress, I panned. It's not, I don't know. It's not me. And it's funny, there's like a bunch of videos, not a bunch, I get 3 or 4 people on my subscription that are doing the 13 by Halloween. And I'm like, oh, I'm not cool enough to be included in that club. But I was like, oh, maybe I'll just join on the side. And I realized I don't have 13 products that I could use that wouldn't cannibalize on the project pan that I'm doing for the whole year. Like it would be silly to start trying to pan, you know, another. I'm trying to think of what I can't even think of what I have in my project pan right now. To add in like another face powder. I have the Clinique, I forget what it's called now, almost powder makeup, almost something makeup that is in my project pan. I have set it aside right now because it's a bit light, and I have a darker one that's a different one that I'm using for the summer months because it makes sense. But I don't want to add in another face powder, and then they're competing with each other. And I really just don't have that many products. So it's like, it would be a struggle for me to find 13 products that I could put in a project pan. And I was like, first I was really sad. I was like, I'm not cool enough. And I was like, maybe I'll make it like 6 by Halloween, like something like that. Because, you know, 666, I thought that was a good number, 6. And then I just realized, yeah, it doesn't make sense because it's going to cannibalize on the stuff that I'm trying to finish. And then secondly, maybe that's a good thing. It's a good thing that I would struggle to find 13 products to try and finish. It would just be kind of silly for me to do. So it's like, you know what, I feel kind of good about that. And I think I need to remember that in the future. I mean, there may be a time where I could do multiple project pans because I have enough stuff. It's a little scary, and I don't want to be in that place, if that makes sense. So again, I feel like I'm a bad project panner because I'm not wholeheartedly into it, if that makes sense. I enjoy it. I take elements of it from what I like. And then I think too, like I've talked to other people about this, like friends of mine, that it applies to a lot of other things that are like not even makeup. Like for me, it's a lot of toiletries, like bath stuff. I have 3 shampoos open right now in my shower. I really probably don't need 3. And one of them is the Alterna Caviar that I bought in November, I've just been dragging that out because it's A, super expensive, and B, I really like it. But I bought it, so I should use it. You know what I mean? It's kind of silly for me to drag out using something that I paid money for. Like, you buy it to use it. And yes, I know once it's done, I will miss it, and I will eventually buy another one. But I need to just use it. Like, it's so silly. Sorry, my camera just died, although to you that won't look like anything happened. Anyway, I don't remember where I was. Oh, I was talking about, I posted a little bit of a ranty rant on Facebook a few weeks ago. I've just been, like, I want to be informed and read the news and understand what's happening. But at the same time, it gets me so angry and so frustrated at the shitstorm of the world that we're in right now. And there's just so many things that bother me. I mean, I won't even get into politics or any of that stuff. I think my opinion is very clear that there are certain people that are very, very unintelligent and should not be in the position that they're in. And I struggle with that even on a closer to home level in terms of I don't like the way things in the world are happening and how they're run, microcosm and macrocosm, like in both personal life and the world as it is. And I've been feeling frustrated because I complain that I don't like the way things are run. I don't like the way things are done. I don't like the way people act. I don't like why certain behavior is acceptable and that people are okay with what they're doing. I bitch about it, yet I don't do anything about it. And a part of me is feeling, I mean, I go through phases where I feel useless. I feel useless and unimportant. And there's a part of me too that I always joke that I had an old manager that said that I would be manager, the most unwilling, not unwilling, but manager by default in terms of I'll end up being in management just because nobody else will take it on. And I hate that. I mean, I hate that I do stuff because nobody else steps up to the plate sometimes. I wish there were more people that motivated me to step up alongside them. Does that make sense? Or I wish there was a way that I could motivate people to step up alongside me and speak their mind and make change and do things to make things better instead of just being like apathetic about everything. And I've kind of said that, you know, I really probably never would do management, or I'm not sure, I shouldn't say never. I was just always kind of like, eventually, someday, maybe. But and the more I think about management and leadership, the more I think about maybe I should be the change you want to see in the world. I mean, I'm still struggling on how to get there or how I'm supposed to do that, but I'm trying to be more open to leadership things, if that makes sense, and to take the lead and not be cynical about it. Not be like, well, nobody else stood up, so I might as well do this. But if I'm going to lead, I want to be a leader that other people look up to. Not literally, because nobody looks up to me. I'm 4'11". But I want to embody the qualities that I think we should all have. I want to embody hard work and commitment and vision and the broader community and working for the greater good and helping other people. Like that's the kind of person I want to be. And I want other people to be like that too. I want to work with people that are like that. I want people in my life that are like that. Because, like I was saying this to somebody the other day, it's not about you. It's not about me. Like this channel, it's not about me. This whole blah blah blahing, it's not about me. It's about you and us and our community. And the only way we make things better is as a community. And I mean, I struggle with a lot of things. This is going to seem a bit random and off topic, but one of the things is Twitter. And I have a Twitter account. I've actually been posting more often recently because it links to my YouTube account, and I've been reading a lot on Twitter. And to be honest, Twitter, I see the good and I see the bad. I feel like we're in an interesting time where everyone has a voice. Everyone can talk. People can talk multiple times over and over and over again. But is that necessarily a good thing? I think even what I'm saying now, like, everyone has the right to a voice, an opinion. But that doesn't mean that we should be spewing verbal diarrhea all the time. I think we now have these triggers everywhere where we can just post what we're thinking and post what we want, and instant gratification, and people respond to it right away, but we're not really thinking about what we're saying. And I don't know, sometimes I get overwhelmed with Twitter. I get in this mindset of there's too much noise, there's too many voices, there's too much chatter, there's too much talk. And it's been interesting that we've been afforded the opportunity that everyone has a voice, yet at the same time, I'm not sure it's actually conducive to solving a lot of stuff. I think it's causing more problems that we all have a voice, that we're all an individual, and we all want to speak our mind. I don't know. I don't know where I'm getting at with that, and if I'm even making any sense. I mean, there's tons of times where I wanted to post something, Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, like a comment or, a ragey or something, and I stopped myself because I forget what the thing is, but it's, if you're going to say something, is it true? I don't know if is it true, is it kind? I'll put it on the screen. And is it helpful? Like, if by posting this opinion, are you doing something? Is it helping? Is it useful? Or are you just blasting off steam because it makes you feel better? You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm not making any sense on that one, but that's what that is. So the other thing that's been a life challenge, it's been an interesting, I want to share this because I think it's helpful to share. And it's made me think a lot about things. So the last 12 weeks, I was doing sort of a personal fitness thing with small group training. I had, that's actually my dance teacher, was doing small group training, and there was 3 of us. The other 2 girls that were in my group were clearly way more fit than I was. I hadn't really lifted weights before. The only weights that I'd ever done was at Good Life. There's like a body pump class, and I'm not gonna lie, when I first started that class, I used to lift with they call it little donuts. They're like a 1 kilogram weight. They're super light because I didn't know what I was doing when I first did that class. I stopped doing that class about a year ago because they changed the time of the class. It was too late, so I stopped going. But I knew I wanted to do weights because I wanted to be more comfortable going out into the gym, like the main floor, not the classes. Like, I have no problem going to the class, but I really did not like using machines. I'm still not 100% comfortable with the machines. I'm comfortable with the machines that the instructor has showed me how to use that I know I can use on my own. There's a couple machines I know I can't use on my own. I need somebody there. Or apparatuses. I shouldn't even call them machines because some are just like apparatuses, like the squat rack. Anyway, so it's been really good on that aspect. I can actually do about 5 push-ups now, like good push-ups, not just little baby ones. Whereas when I started the class, I could only do 1. I learned things like I can squat and deadlift my own weight. I can do a pull-up with about half my weight, just less than half my weight, so that's pretty good. I couldn't do a press at all with the bar. The bar's about 45 pounds, which is about half my weight, and I couldn't even lift it first time we started the class, and by the end I could do like a few rounds, not a whole lot, but I could definitely lift it on my own, which was empowering. It was empowering to see that change, that I could do more than what I thought I could do. What was not empowering was I was going to do this big video on life and health and fitness, and I sort of did a before photo and I did an after photo. They look exactly the same. So I've been monitoring my weight over this past 12 weeks and it hasn't really changed. I do feel a little bit different. Like I can tell my, like this part of my, like my shoulders and stuff are a bit stronger and I can see a bit more shape and things like that. But for the most part, it's still pretty wussy. And in the photo, like side by side, you can't see it. Like there is no change. And I'm not gonna lie, I was super upset. And again, the purpose of me taking the class really wasn't like weight loss or, you know, whatever. But I was hoping, I was hoping that would be a nice side effect. Sorry, I have a cat hair. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty disappointed. Particularly, so the area of my body that I really hate is the midsection. I have had this sort of like donut slash muffin tops. Love donuts, love muffins. Haven't eaten either in like weeks. And I can't get rid of it. I don't know why it's there. It doesn't seem to go away. I thought that some of that would have been a bit different, and it wasn't. But I had to go back and remind myself, no, look at the strength that I've built. I've definitely built strength that I didn't have before. And that was my goal. Am I now focusing on trying to trim the waistline down? Heck yeah. I have been. Over those 12 weeks, I didn't really change my diet a whole lot. It did a little bit. Obviously, it was a bit cleaner in my eating, but I didn't really monitor what I was eating specifically. But I've definitely been back to monitoring what I'm eating, particularly calorie count and quality of the food. I am being conscious about the types of food that I'm eating. I think everything's about balance, and to be honest, it was about 2 years ago. No, about a year ago, I lost a bit of weight on purpose because my weight was creeping up. And the only way that I did that was cutting my calories. And it wasn't excessive cutting, but it feels like it's excessive cutting because for me to lose anything, I need to be about 1,200 calories, which feels like nothing. I'm not going to lie. 1,200 calories is pretty hard to sustain. 1,500 calories, not so bad. 1,200, pretty difficult. But anyway, it's been interesting. Like I've seen, you know, the older you get, it is harder to maintain good body health. And for me, it's not just physical appearance. It's about being healthy. Like I want to be strong and be healthy and be capable. And being physically healthy does translate into the way I feel at work. I feel more confident and competent in myself when I am physically confident and confident in myself physically, if that makes sense. I don't know if I made sense there. But that has been an interesting side effect as well. Being stronger physically, I feel like has made me a bit mentally stronger. I don't know how to explain that or why that is, but it is. Anyway, that was a bit of a random tangent. So anyway, that's this video. We'll see what comes out of this when I finally edit it and how terrible it is or how good it is. It's not going to be good, let's be honest. How terrible it is from a rate of really, really terrible to not so bad. Anyway, if you did stick around this long, thank you. Thank you for listening to me rant and ramble, and I'm going to continue the channel. Again, for the year, I've committed myself to the year. I am filming a bit more again. I'm getting back into the rhythm of it. I have some ideas that I've sort of parked that I do want to film. So I want to get onto those ideas and start filming them. And I'm going to try and get back into my regular schedule, which is Wednesdays and Saturdays. So if you did like this video, which I'm not sure anyone's actually going to like it, but if you do, feel free to give a little thumbs up down below. But I really do hope if you aren't subscribed to please subscribe. It does mean a lot to me to know that you're willing to come along this journey with me on YouTube, and I do hope to see you again sometime soon. Bye.